In the summer of 972 AR. This summer, 5 heroes have contributed to the salvation of a nobleman and a merchant's daughter on a bloody night of war between 2 criminal organizations. Since, those same heroes have taken to restoring an old tavern they were given as payment, where a spectre haunting the place caused quite a fright. With its last breath, the spectre warned that Mother is coming, but there's little else to explain the cryptic comment. Now, work continues apace as the reconstruction effort has gotten underway, and we rejoin our heroes with a little bit of time on their hands. How would you all like to spend the first week or so of your downtime?
This is like our individual, like, go make money shenanigans, correct?
Not necessarily make money, you could be spending it too, but keep in mind that you do have to pay for daily living expenses, some of which are lessened if you're staying in the tavern. But yeah, what are you guys doing? Xanathar's has a list of downtime options. I think Rob linked them a couple times. What do you guys want to do?
So this is just the first couple weeks, right?
Yeah, this is just the beginning. Getting started.
Let's see. Right now, we are in a deficit, I think. Let's see.
Where was this posted? In Feldrun? Feldrun.
Yeah, a while ago. It's Xanathar's page 123.
Thank you.
If anyone needs copy pastes of stuff, I can still do that. Did we pay the down payment thing on
You
the
did.
stuff?
You paid the initial payment. At least I think you did. You told me you did. Did you remove it from
Yep.
your funds?
Yeah, I have 8 PP left, so that is correct.
Yeah, that sounds right then.
Which means we're in trouble.
Right. So you owe. Let me do the math for you real quick. Figure out what you still owe. $375 gold pieces.
Well, I know I wanted to work on the retainer job.
Right. So let's start with you then. Now you had also wanted to do a couple other things during this period, but let's start with that.
Yeah.
So.
Sure.
Working is somewhere in here.
It's on 134.
Thank you.
Sure.
Wait, I think I marked too much for it. I have it down. We paid 600 gold for down payments. I think I put down.
Sounds
too much
correct,
for it.
Rob.
I thought that. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
It's 400 up front for one, plus 75 for another, and 125 for another. That's 600, man. Work. Here we go. So yeah, let's start with you, Ali. Let's get your first week of work out of the way. Whoops.
Okay.
You need to do. So you are doing investigation into the disappearance of the eldest child of one of the noble families, correct?
Yes.
And that is your work? Okay, cool. So that'll take a full work week, which is, about 5 days of fully invested, 8 hours a day of digging in and looking through, interviewing people, things like that. And in this case, this is going to call for an intelligence investigation check for you.
Okay, I can do that.
Really well done. So you earn enough to justify a comfortable lifestyle for free. What is the... I should have had that open. Someday I'll memorize these prices, and then I'll know it's time to move to a new edition of the game.
Yep.
Here we go. Comfortable lifestyle is 2 gold a day, and I told you that you can do things at half. So for that work week, you're earning a full week's pay here, so you earn 7 gold plus 25, so 32 gold.
Okay.
Because you're gonna start staying in the tavern, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you're gonna pick a room. Did you decide what room you're taking, by the way?
Yeah, they're already marked on the thing.
Is that at all?
Ah, that's right. You're in the upper floor. Okay.
I'll be right back.
So while you're sleeping there, some of your nights are a little colder than others because the place is still pretty drafty and not in great shape. And you can't really be there while they're working during the day. And at least one of the nights, you're completely roofless.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. But you do earn for that first week the 32 gold.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
As the Kylats, listen, and they've got a handler. I don't have his name offhand. I just need to go find it. But they have a handler who basically deals with you. He checks in on you, checks on your progress, makes sure that he knows, that you are making progress and not just wasting their time and money. And he's the one who pays you your regular salary.
Makes sense.
So there you go. There's your first week. Anybody else?
All right, so Subutai was trying to find a position providing instruction, which I proposed to you, though I do not know what system you came up with.
I think we're going to wind up using work for that, although in your case I want to start with something very different, which is you convincing somebody to give you that job, because it's not something you've already got. But it shouldn't be very hard. The question is, who are you going to try and do that? Are you looking for a mercenary organization, random adventurers, some of the knighthoods?
Probably the lesser knighthood. So I imagine that the knighthood here operates with a page.
With a what?
A page system and squires.
Yeah, kinda, yeah. They actually, it's slightly more complicated than that because it's incredibly church focused. But for the most part, yes. What you would find, you said lesser knighthood. Obviously, this is the capital, so all 5 orders of the knighthood are very present here. But the one that's the least present would probably be. Now I got to pull the wiki up and remind myself of the names of the gods.
I am back.
Probably Olivier. He is the god of the harvest and nature and those kinds of things. His probably has the least presence in the city, if that's what you meant by lesser.
Yeah, the ones who probably have the least number of staff.
Yeah, so that would be the Order of the Unicorn. They are throughout the city, kind of, they're the kind of people who will go out and defend farms from minor issues or, give blessings to crop yields, things like that. Despite the fact that Olivier's clergy is very small, Feldrun is actually really well known. Like their biggest thing that they are known for, other than the knights themselves, is their export of crops. They have a ridiculous abundance, way more than they should given the geography. And so this knighthood seems to be very prosperous despite not being very populous. Go ahead and make me a, I think a persuasion check, probably. It's not going to be very difficult for you to convince them. Everybody knows who you are, and you rolled a natural 20, so that helps. They are happy to take you in, not as like a full-time instructor, but like a,
Guest instructor.
Yeah, a guest instructor with regular, regular role teaching kids, at least for the next couple of months. Teaching the current batch of squires about war, and especially about war against and with Knockliners, and against and with Ballantiri, because of course the Ballantiri are frequently at war with both nations. And so getting your perspective on that would be very valuable.
You have to swing your sword like this to cut down the Bellantiri foot soldiers from horse.
Yeah. So that's great. I'm going to give you advantage on this next roll here, which is going to be your week of actual working. I think I'm going to have you roll your choice, intelligence or wisdom with history.
Okay. How do I do a query? Because actually, I'm not trained in intelligence, so I'm just going to roll the ability.
Okay. Cool. A 20 again. So they are happy to pay you for basically your lifestyle for the week. So they will give you the 14 gold that you need to pay. You are staying as a guest of the embassy at the moment, which means you basically get most of a comfortable lifestyle, if not free, nearly free. I think you probably have to pay like a level down for what you're getting. So that's, again, half off. So you earn 7 gold after the price of your weekly upkeep.
Okay, bolting it on.
Who's next?
I had a question.
Sure.
I had down the total of all the stuff is 780. Is that not correct?
Let me double check.
400 for the roofs, 250 for the chimney and plaster, 130 for the dwarven pipe.
I have 855.
Okay, I probably missed a number somewhere.
I think you missed your Rona's number. They're the bricklayers. It's 250. Do you have that?
Yeah, I have that 250, yeah.
So I have 400 for the wood, the carpentry and framing.
Mm-hmm.
130 for the pipe layers.
Right, yeah.
And 250. Oh, I just accidentally added 75. 780. Yes, we have the same number.
Okay, so it's 180 that we have left to pay off. Because we made a down payment of 600.
Yes, that should be correct.
Okay, excellent. I just want to make sure that it's not 375 we owe and instead 180, because that's much more manageable.
No, you are correct. 180. My bad.
In which case, I want to spend my first 2 weeks making a magic item.
Okay. What item are you making?
I would like to make Kjogtham's ointment.
Oh, the Odiog's ointment. Yeah.
Using Audio Brain.
Yeah. Gotta find those rules again. Here we are.
Takes me 2 weeks and 100 gold worth of...
Is there a roll involved? Oh, only in selling it, right?
There is not. Only if I take more than 5 weeks of crafting, then it's a consequences.
Right, that's right. Okay. When do
Basically, it's just
consequences
busy work
come
for
up?
me.
Do consequences always come up? Do I need to be rolling that for all these?
Potentially, yes. Some of them are more than 1 week involved. Which ones have they done?
Work, both of them. I'm just trying to remember how that works.
It depends on the thing you're doing and how often.
Yeah, complications. Each work week brings a 10% chance. Ah, cool. Cool, so we'll do that the easy way. Can I get both Ali and Eric? Can I get you both to roll 1d20 for me?
There's like a 90% chance I messed this up, you realize.
No, there's a 10% chance. Oh, you mean the
90%
rolling.
chance you mess up.
I mean the roll.
Eric, that's not a d20.
Oh,
my
sorry.
God.
I was spacing. I heard you say 10%, so I rolled a D%.
But I hate d%. They're terrible. Too granular. Yep.
I hate this. I did it wrong twice.
/ roll space 1d20.
Space! That's what it was. Thank you. It's my sequential thing.
Cool.
Thanks.
Neither of you has complications. Okay, so, and then Benoit, you are busy crafting an item this week.
Correct, yeah.
So you'll be about halfway done at the end of the week. Who's next?
I suppose I'll go next.
All right, what are you doing this week?
I messaged you a while ago about this, but there was 2 things. Either one, going to the meeting place for the clergy for Dagare to do things, and if she has time, looking for a sugar mama or sugar daddy, because that's a great way to get secrets and money.
Okay. So the former of those would be to do religious services.
Yeah.
Would you rather do that, or would you rather go carousing?
Probably carousing, just because they need money. Doing crime here is not going to work out so well.
Carousing
back
costs
home.
money.
Yeah, I have to warn you, carousing costs money.
does it?
How you blow off steam.
Is it technically carousing then? If you're looking for like, she's basically doing prostitution, effectively.
That'd be work.
So what are you actually wanting to do?
Very legitimately, she is looking for people that are lonely and want to give her money in exchange for services.
Illumin's loosened up.
Okay.
Nah, she's always been this way.
Okay, if that's what you're actually doing, that would be work. And then
Okay.
we have to answer the question about how Feldrun feels about prostitution.
That was what I was going to ask him, because
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's a
I didn't
good
think about that
question.
until now.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. I haven't thought about it at all. I know that the nightly orders, one of them is specifically about love and parenting. I imagine, given the very fertile nature of the land, and given the way Leah's church operates, that it's actually not a bad thing.
Cool.
It's probably one of those professions that people don't look on highly, but it's not like illegal. It's not as long as you're clean and pay your taxes, nobody probably cares.
Yeah.
And that's just basically your upkeep. The weekly upkeep covers that. So we can call that work if you want.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to do that.
Or pit finding.
It's not. It's not pit fighting. I'll just be upfront. It's not pit fighting. It might be
Depends on what they're
another
into.
kind. It might be another kind of fighting, but not pit fighting.
Depends on what they're into, man.
Bikini mud wrestling.
I'll
that's
give you
what
that it's
I don't
wrestling.
Bikini.
It is wrestling, not pit. Okay. But seriously, so
pinball.
this is going to be. Honestly, it's going to be a performance check, a charisma performance check.
Okay.
Because what you're really doing is performing for their pleasure. Very specific kind of performance, but
Hey,
Can we try a different
Hey,
Hey.
Discord server, maybe? Zoto's apparently not connecting.
Oh, weird.
Oh,
Sure. Let me try changing. Let's see. We're currently in U.S. West. Let's go with Texas.
Hey.
U.S. Central.
Test.
Zoto, is this better?
Hello.
we're solid right now.
Excellent. That's
Awesome.
Just
Hey!
randomly,
welcome to Texas.
suddenly everyone was just like every
Howdy,
other
y'all.
word. I'm like, I have no idea what's being talked about right now.
Sorry about that, buddy. I'll fill you in just a second. Let me finish adjudicating Illoin, and then I'll fill you in on what you missed.
You missed the prostitution.
You did. You missed prostitution. Illoin is a prostitute.
I heard that.
That's
I
the
mean-
one thing you heard.
here's the important part.
Honestly, that's the only thing you needed to hear. Seriously, though, you do
Okay.
earn 14 gold.
Hell yeah.
Where are you living for the week?
She's for the living conditions. Her place is like it's not quite squalor. I forget where the thing is. I gotta go find the.
Oh,
Squalid.
It's like the second to last. That's her quality of living.
okay. Speaking of Allie, I wronged you. You earned 14 gold, but you aren't living in a comfortable lifestyle. So instead of that being 7 plus 25, it should be 14 plus 25 minus. You're probably in poor living conditions, same as her right now. So minus
poor.
14 silver, so 1.4 gold. So that's 30, call it 35 and a half.
Okay, cool.
35 gold, 6 silver, I think, is what you actually earned, Allie. Ilwyn, you earned 14 gold, and of course, you're living in a... Are you living in squalid or poor?
Poor.
Poor. So you also owe 14 silver back, so you earn 12 gold, 6 silver.
I actually already had 14 silver in my inventory.
Okay, so take that off and you earn 14 gold.
Heck yeah.
Makes life easy. So there you go. So Zoda, what we're
Don't forget
doing...
about complications.
Yeah, roll a d20 for me there. Illowin.
Oh, right.
Thank you, Rob.
Hey, when I don't have any possible complications for the week, I'm going to remind you.
Seems
Lol.
so far that Illowin doesn't have any complications from her rampant whoring.
Is it rampant?
I mean, it's a full week's worth.
That's
It's going to ramp up.
She's going around. She's getting secrets. She's getting money.
Mostly money.
Secrets.
Mostly money.
Mostly money. All right, Zoto. So what we're doing is we're determining weekly what everybody's doing for their first week of downtime. Did you have an idea of what you wanted to do?
One of the things I was thinking about doing was working, like learning apothecary stuff.
Oh, you wanted to go and talk to the person across the street?
Yeah,
Let me.
that was one of the things I wanted to do.
Notes, and we can start with that. You'll be the first one to actually get a scene out of me.
It's either that. If that doesn't work out, I was gonna go fucking
Well, let's deal with one at a time.
play shit.
Ba-dum-ba-ba. Chapter 2. Here we are. Alright, so you are heading across the street to the Last Chance. What day are you going? Are you just going the first day of this week?
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so you head across the street to that lovely green building with the garden on the top. Make your way inside, and that bell gives a little ring as you step inside. Vala, the proprietor, isn't currently around, but a couple of minutes pass while you're just waiting around, and you hear footsteps from upstairs coming down the stairs. And a minute later, they step through the door, push through. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. We met the other day.
Oh, yes, we did. Well, good morning. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if I could possibly work under you and learn some apothecary skills.
Under? You mean as?
Wait, is that Illowin's job?
Womp womp.
Shush you! Don't ruin the roleplay. As an apprentice, you mean?
Yes.
My lord, aren't you a bit if I may be so bold, you seem a bit too wealthy for such a task.
Well, I don't really think my social class really matter. This is something I feel like I should learn.
I see. Well, I might not be the most qualified instructor. Certainly you could find someone more talented, sir.
Well, I don't really know any other apothecary, and you happen to be our next door neighbor, so I feel like things would just be easier this way.
Make a persuasion check. Well, I'm flattered, truly. I just, being frank, my lord, the last chance is my last chance. I've been involved previously with some individuals whom I probably should not have been, and I have paid the price for it, but you see, there is a stigma on my name as a result, and I wouldn't want your reputation to be tarnished by association.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I already don't have an amazing reputation as it is.
You're not going to be bringing any.
Oh, no. Don't worry about anything like that. It's not like that.
I see. Well, what is it? You said you wish to learn to be an apothecary, to make potions and poultices? Is that your objective?
Very much so.
I see. Well, that's very unexpected. Go ahead and make another persuasion check.
Fuck.
I mean, have you done anything of that sort before? Do you know anything about, well, this profession?
I do not know much, if anything at all.
I see. So I would be training you, but also, well, what? How many hours could you work? How much could I rely on you?
Well, I don't really... trying to think about this one.
If it helps, my lord, the average commoner, the common man, would be working anywhere from 6 to 12 hours in a day, depending on their profession or their needs.
Well, I should be able to do that. There will be times where I will be absent.
I see. Are those times predictable? Could you warn me?
Yes, I should be able to warn you.
I see. And within my shop, you would do as I say?
Yes.
I see.
It wouldn't feel right if I didn't do what my teacher taught me. He told me what to do.
Make one last persuasion check. Well, I'm willing to consider it, but I have to warn you. Learning to be an apothecary is not where this profession begins. You're first going to have to learn to tend to the garden. And it's a lot of work, and I won't be able to pay you very much.
That's fine with me. You'll be paying me mostly. That's good enough for me.
All right. Well, I guess. Can you begin today?
Yes.
Oh. Right. Well. I guess you're hired, my lord. Please, follow me. I'll take you upstairs.
All right.
And Fala guides you up the stairs, past. You can see the second floor is an apartment. It's relatively well maintained, although there's not a lot of life to it. There's no real decorations. It's just as plain as a living domicile can be. Calling it a home is questionable. That third floor, though, is all the garden, and it is up close just a dizzying array of colors and smells. It's beautiful. It's also a little scary because you're not the most trained in nature lore, but even you can recognize that some of those plants look aggressive. And Fala will begin teaching you how to tend to the easier plants. So I guess I'm going to call this a week of work. Fala will pay you for it. But I'm going to up the DCs slightly. I think, no. I'm just going to use the typical rules for now, but it's probably not going to be easy because I don't think you're trained in the skill in particular.
Yeah.
So this will be an intelligence... Nope, sorry. A wisdom nature check.
So, well, wisdom, so just doing the regular nature skill.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You earn the equivalent of a poor lifestyle for the week, which is somewhere in my books. You earn 2 silver a day, so that's 14 silver.
Alright.
And the cost of living for you in your comfortable apartment is 2 gold a day.
It's a good thing I'm moving to the
Losing
last
money.
house.
So, you're losing money there.
Yeah. But I'm getting something useful in the long run.
You are. Can I also get you to roll me a 1d20, please?
Man, the complications of his uncle would be amazing.
I can neither confirm nor deny what his
Aw.
complications will be, but he doesn't have any this week. Now, in addition to working, some of you may have other things outside of your weekly whatevers that you want to do, more specific tasks. Is there anyone who wants to do something in that first week?
Let me see.
How much longer in terms of weeks is the siren in port? I think Lynn mentioned, but I don't remember.
He did not. He just said a few weeks.
Okay. Sibylla would probably go there sooner rather than later, but if someone else wants to go first, that is A-okay with me.
Is there anybody else who has something this week?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I can do anything else while crafting this magic item.
You can. You're only crafting about 10 hours a day. You've got time outside of that.
Right, but there's not like any other downtime stuff I can do.
Oh, no, you can't do additional downtime. This is more specific things, like I want to talk to this NPC kind of things.
Right.
Probably Elwyn just checks in with Maurice every now and again. Because he's kind of an older guy and she's a little bit worried about him.
Okay.
That's about it.
Actually, we'll give you something.
Oh.
Give me a moment. Gotta look through my 8 million pages of notes that I have open right now, because that do be how it is.
Yep. That do be how it is.
You know.
I know. I very much know.
I can't. Oh, good.
Yeah, so can you do me a favor and roll an investigation, Elwyn? We'll see how much you glean from what he tells you. Because he's kind of cryptic about it.
You said investigation?
Yes. Okay. He's clearly trying to tell you something, but he doesn't want to say it outright. And so the message that you garner from him is that something to do with the Phoenix and a snake, and you're not sure what that means, except like maybe it's related to the recent guild wars that were taking place, and he seems to think that it's going to get worse.
Okay.
Anybody else?
What hit point recovery rules are we currently using?
This game is going to use the new rules that I put in place because you guys aren't in the midst of any massive combat stuff. But by the end of this week, you should all be full, so...
That was mainly my question.
Yeah, I'm not too stressed about it. You're probably all full of everything right now. That may change if you get into combat, and we'll track it then.
That's fair.
All right. So going to visit the siren then.
Yeah.
What time of day?
Oh, I've been thinking about this all week. Like early afternoon.
Okay. Are you hoping for your mom to be there, or are you hoping for her not to be?
I'm hoping to get there before she gets there.
That's fair.
But the goal is to talk to her, but I want to
From a position of strength. I'm on your boat, bitch.
Yep.
You can't tell me no. I'm already here.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Got it.
You can't kick me out if I'm already
Got
your
it.
captain.
Got it. All right, give me a moment.
Yeah. Also, I want to poke around the cabin, so there's that. I never said I was a saint.
Snooping on your mother's ship.
Sounds like a typical kid, though.
Does kind of, yeah. I gotta agree with that.
I mean, to be fair, it's basically like my childhood home.
That's true. Good grief. We have so many NPCs, you guys. That's a good thing, but also it makes it hard for me to pull up their wiki pages in a reasonable amount of time. Because there's just so many. What is your mom's name?
Zaya.
Zaya, there she is. I knew that.
With a very good picture.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's a looker. So you do arrive somewhere around midday. Most of the sailors are off ship doing their, gambling, carousing, being bored sailors who have nothing to do while they're in port thing. But, of course, Lynn is not. Lynn is available. And as you make your way onto the deck, nobody stops you. That's not the way it works here. But word spreads very quickly with the skeleton crew that's on the ship, and before you even reach the top of the deck, Lynn is making his way out of the cabin, gives you a nod. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Welcome home.
Yeah, thanks. Is she around?
Not at the moment. She's busy.
Is she gonna be home anytime soon-ish?
Probably this evening. Whether early or late, I don't always know.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you mind if I hang out until she gets home?
This is your home. You're always welcome.
Yeah, unless she tosses me overboard.
She's not
Hey.
gonna toss you overboard.
I would just ask, if you hear yelling, come step in.
She's not gonna yell at you.
How sure are you about that?
I've sailed with your mom a long time, kid.
Okay.
She's
Okay,
not.
I trust you.
She's not a villain, you know.
Oh, I know. I know she's not.
And she still loves you.
Aww.
I don't say anything about that, but my mouth goes tight. And I swallow and nod.
You got the run of the ship. Let me know if you need anything.
Thanks.
You been eating?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have much, but if you need it, we'll feed you.
I know, Lynn. Thank you.
All right. I'll get out of your way.
And I pull my flask out and take a quick swig and slip into my mom's cabin.
Yeah. And then you want to snoop around.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've been in here, yeah.
You've got plenty of time here. Make me an investigation check with advantage. $19, very nice roll. So you know that your mom keeps meticulous notes on people who owe her money, people she owes money to, people she's doing work for, her cargo. Like, it's Lynn's job, and Lynn does his job well, but your mom doesn't leave anything to chance. She doesn't like unknowns. She doesn't like things out of her control. And Rob, your mic is open. And she so she's got a logbook that she keeps locked away in a cabinet in her room, and it's honestly like you learned how to pick locks on that lock. It's so easy for you. It's literally child's play. Because it's not the kind of logbook that, like, it's not locked up because she's worried about somebody stealing it. It's locked up because, you know, the ship gets tossed around and she doesn't want it just falling open. And you start skimming through the logbook, and you do find evidence of her deals with Ganesha. And what you find is that she is transporting cargo primarily of parts for something called a nimble-right. I'll spell that for you. And so she's got nimble-right parts all throughout the ship, and no real mention in this of what they are, but it's just a ledger, so there wouldn't be. But she seems to be turning a decent profit selling these parts either alongside Ganesha or on the side around Ganesha. A decent enough profit that it kind of makes sense why she's taken this job, even though it puts her under somebody else's flag for the week or weeks. These things are lucrative. And her initial investment was very, very little. You start digging a little bit more, and you find a log that's kind of her journal, as it were. And she's very guarded in what she has to say about the topic. She talks about Ganesha in terms of being a business partner. She doesn't trust him. She's quite certain that he has a motive that she is not going to be entirely comfortable with, but the profit's good enough, and she doesn't care about Feldrun, so she's just not looking into it too closely.
I am feverishly making notes, sorry.
That's all right. Looks like we lost Rob temporarily.
Ooh.
Rob is dead forever.
Let's hope not.
Do you want to wait?
No, we can continue. He can pick it up on the tape later.
I'm going to very, very carefully put those back exactly where I found them. Put the cabinet back how I found it, and as much as I can, no trace that I was ever snooping.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, fair.
You do a decent job of it, too. As far as you know, your mom could never tell the difference.
Okay, cool.
She is a mom, though, and moms
yeah,
always know.
I mean, moms know things.
Yeah, it just, okay, just so long as we're clear on that.
Oh yeah, no, that's just how moms work.
Uh-huh.
Um,
It's a
I did
superpower
enough
you gain.
snooping as a kid.
It's a free feat
Um,
you gain when you become a mother.
uh, um, just in general, like looking around her cabin, like, does it seem okay? Like, no signs of intense binge drinking by herself, or I don't know. She seems okay-ish.
There is more evidence of alcohol than you're used to, but it's not any more excessive than your own alcohol intake. I'll let you decide whether that's concerning.
That's a little concerning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is a lot, but it's not insane. It's just a lot. But the room seems reasonably well maintained. It smells like her.
Okay. So I am going to um set up my pipe and light my pipe and sit does she have a bed or a hammock?
She has a bed, a very nice bed,
Okay.
very soft bed.
Of course she does. So I'm gonna sit
In fact, the bed dominates most of the room. It's big.
Nice. See, this is why I like her. I'm gonna smoke my pipe very, very nervously and sit on the foot of the bed and just wait, looking kind of sick, like looking like I'm going to vomit.
Okay. It's a long wait. Welcome back, Rob. It's a long wait. You wait hours. Like, you're gonna have to put more weed in that pipe a couple times. But eventually, you hear bootsteps outside. And it's that familiar tread. What? No. Shut up.
Bootstep?
Shut up, Robert. It's a familiar tread. No, shush. It's a familiar tread. It's bringing back memories of when you were in trouble and sent to your mom's cabin. And then the door rattles and opens. And there she is, standing there in pretty general outfit and attire. Nothing particularly stands out about what she's wearing. But the expression on her face is as neutral and unreadable as you have ever seen it.
Hi, Mom.
Sibylla?
Do you have a minute?
She steps inside, closes the door, takes a seat at her desk, and turns to face you.
Lynn said it would be okay, but I can go if this isn't a good time.
It's fine.
That's a lot of cannons up there, Mom.
Yes?
Are you okay?
I make a deal and profit by it, and you're concerned that I'm not okay?
I'm concerned that there's about 3 times as many guns on this ship as there ever has been, and that's not our flag, and I have a bad feeling.
Our flag?
Your flag.
My flag. You haven't sailed under my flag in how many years?
All right, Mom, I get the point.
How many years has it been? 3? 4?
4.
4. What was the last cargo I had you running?
To be honest, I was probably too drunk to remember at the time.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. When are we going to talk about what happened? Is that now, or are you still not ready for that conversation?
I don't know what there is that you could say that I haven't already run through on myself.
Maybe it's not what I want to say, it's what I want to hear.
Seriously? I mean, I'm sorry. Is that what you want to hear?
I'm sorry. Me too.
Mom, if I could undo it, if I could take his place, do you really think I wouldn't? Do you really think I haven't been killing myself about this for the last 6 years?
I don't know. Because you don't talk to me anymore. Because you make these wild assumptions. These grand theories that because I am able to protect myself, obviously, something is wrong. Guns, dear, they're the future. They're going to protect us and my cargo. And if I have 6 times more guns than you've seen before, it's because I'm 6 times more secure than I was before. Because I will not let anyone take another member of my crew. Ever.
That's exactly why I came here. 6 guns can also mean 6 times more guns could mean 6 times more in danger. And look, I fucked up once. We both know that. I don't want to do it again.
Well, I assure you, as long as you stay on land, you won't.
That's not fair.
Life is not fair. We make of it what we can.
Who's Ganesha?
A Noctlaner. Or he was.
Do you trust him?
Of course not. I don't trust anyone. Except Lynn. And Gambish.
Look,
And-
I just have a bad feeling, okay?
So what should I do with your bad feeling?
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
I know.
Is that why you came here? Just to tell me to be careful?
It's the easy answer, yeah?
Your face says otherwise, but I won't pry. It's your life to live.
Yeah, well, you just made your position on the rest clear enough.
Did I? I wonder if I did.
I mean, long story short, I fucked up. It's my fault. Better if I just stay gone, right?
Those are your words, not mine.
Yeah, well, I don't hear you arguing with them.
No point in arguing with someone who's made up their mind.
There's nothing I can say that that's going to change what happened.
I suppose not.
Look, if you don't want me to come back, just say so, okay?
I will never say that.
Sibylla just starts crying at that.
She'll let you cry for a little bit. Not terribly long, a minute or so before dropping a glass of whiskey in front of you.
I drink quickly and gratefully and try to stop crying.
You know, I'm not good at this. That's what I have Lynn for, mostly. But there are certain people in my life whom I will always make exceptions for.
Am I still on that list?
I said always.
Okay.
The only thing keeping you off of this ship is you.
The ship is haunted now for me. I can't. I tried. I did, Mom. I can't.
I know. And that's why I haven't pushed you. But that doesn't mean I like your decision.
How do you do it?
The same way I left your father behind. I just put it away in a chest, lock it tight, wrap it in chains, and drop it in the sea. Never go to find it.
I don't think I know how to do that.
I wish I could teach you.
Yeah, someday so do I.
This is a problem you need to work through on your own. I can't make it go away. And I can't lie to you and tell you that I'm okay with what happened. And I can't tell you that I'm not angry with you, because I am. But I still make exceptions for you, and I always will.
That's more than I deserve.
You're right, it is.
Look, I'll get out of your hair, but just listen, I told Lynn the same thing. I've I have a share of a house now. My life is weird right now. There's a tavern, it's an old tavern in the arts district.
Here?
Yeah.
You own property in Feldrun?
A little bit, yeah.
You know what that means.
Protect it, blah, blah. I mean, you're assuming I'm paying attention to that part of it. It just kind of landed in my lap.
You know, Lynn told me a story about you coming by the other day with a strange gentleman.
Oh, yeah,
Hey.
Benoit.
Benoit. What was the rest of that name?
Benoit something de Ricard.
De Ricard.
Oh my gosh. I feel disrespected.
That's a nobleman.
Yeah.
Are you too?
No. No. No.
You could do
No,
worse.
He's very nice. He's not. No. We're colleagues. Kind of. I think I got roped into a kidnapping job. Actually, solving one, not doing one, and several of us have a mutual friend, and he asked us to find someone who had been taken, and
Leandre.
yeah.
I heard.
We found them.
Oh. So you can find kidnapped victims once in a while. Sorry.
That's not fair.
You're right. It's just honest.
Yeah, I get enough honest every time I look in the mirror. Thanks. My point was the house, the tavern, it was payment. And I don't know, there's been talk of talking into a school for kids in the district, teaching them how to take care of themselves, how to fight, how to...
Sorry.
I know. But if I can... Look, I'm not looking for redemption here.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Redemption implies that there's something to be redeemed. What I'm looking for is penance. And if this can provide that, then I'm going to take it. And if that means staying here for a while, and anyway, I've got a job with a noble family, another one, finding their kid that got taken. You see how this has become a pattern.
I'm starting to notice a pattern, yes.
I can't fix it, but I can fix it for these people. My point is, if something goes sideways with this Ganesha bastard you're working for, whoever the fuck, if it goes wrong, if you need me, that door opens both ways, okay? It's called the second to last home. It's this, well, right now it's getting less beat to hell, but it's this big ramshackle mess of a place. Way too fucking landlocked, but it's there if you need it, and I'm there if you need me, okay?
Second to last home.
Yeah.
Arts District. I'll remember. Sibylla.
I don't know if this is... Yeah.
Oh no, you first, dear.
I don't know if this is a forever place for me or if this is a pay my debts place, but for the foreseeable future, that's where you can find me.
Good. At least it's somewhere I can find you. I'm not going to stop being angry. That's my problem. but it affects you. And for that, I am sorry. But if my anger becomes less of a threat to you than whatever is out there, this place will always be here for you.
Thank you for saying that. I honestly wasn't sure it was.
I can't promise we'll have nice conversations like we once did. I can't promise I won't say stupid, snide, snipping things at you. Because I'm angry with you.
Yeah, well, that makes both of us.
But the offer's still there.
Okay, Mom.
Have another drink. And then get out of here. I have had a long day, and I would like to sleep.
Yeah. And I knock back another
Do you need Lynn to walk you home? You look like shit.
I feel like shit. Yeah, I wouldn't say no if he's not busy.
I'm sure he is, but he'll find the time for you.
He always
He's
has.
not bad.
I noticed.
And she'll fill up your drink, let you drink. She will not hug you.
Nope, I don't try. I just kind of knock back my drink, just down it, and slip out.
Lynn is actually there waiting, and he will walk you home without a single question.
Good man. I do hug him, like big, long, trying not to cry into a shoulder hug when we get to the house.
Lynn's the kind of guy, like, he secretly likes hugs. But he would never admit that, not for a minute. So he doesn't like full on bear hug you back, but like it's there.
And I would know him well enough to know that's what that means.
Yeah, like this is like he recognizes that you're vulnerable at the moment, and he gives you as much of a hug as he ever has. Like the sentiment is absolutely there. And after the hug, he kind of looks up at the place and he's like, "You're living there?"
I know, it's a piece of shit.
I've seen worse
Hey,
places.
we killed I've slept in worse places, not home, but we killed the ghost, I think.
Good.
I mean, I think.
Look, I gotta get back, but take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. You know where to find me now if you need anything, okay? And I mean that.
If it doesn't fall on your head.
Yeah, well, that's why we're paying the carpenters a fuck ton of gold.
Sleep well, kid.
Night, Lynn.
All right. Anybody else have anything for this week, this first week?
Probably not.
Second week, then. Rob, you're continuing with your magic item creation.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who wants to go next? Who's doing more? This is your downtime stuff.
Probably we'll do the religious stuff this week.
Okay. Go through my book here. Find religious stuff. Here it is. All right. You are helping out with religious services. Honestly, you're not the one performing the service. You're actually working to help perform a service, right? Like, you're a lay clergy member, not a leader of a congregation.
Yeah, no, she's a pretty new recruit.
Yeah.
She passed her test because she's alive, but
Do you want to be working for them for the week, or do you want to just be attending and helping deal with individuals who need help?
mostly the latter one.
Okay.
Attending and dealing with people. I imagine a lot of their stuff is meditative based.
Then yeah, this will be religious service then. So go ahead and roll. This one is your choice: intelligence, religion, or charisma, persuasion.
Okay. Looks at my stat. Probably gonna go with persuasion, since that one
It's fine by me.
is a better modifier.
Yeah. You spend your week helping out, talking with individuals who are, needing guidance and advice on how to deal with their less than savory habits. It's not exactly confession, because, Dagari doesn't give a shit about that crap, but
Yeah.
it's more like people who are like, man, I really want to steal this thing. Is it the right thing to do? Or people who
The
are
answer
like,
is yes.
my husband is beating the shit out of me. What do I do about it? Should I murder him?
Yeah. Yes.
Those kinds of problems. And a wide array, and just giving advice to them, or listening while they talk about their own problems. Most of them aren't nearly so obvious as that. Most of them are just people like having somebody to listen to their story, and at the end, the only advice you can give them is keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing good, kind of thing. You do, however, earn a favor for all of that, which you can cash in just about any time. The temple will give you help in some small specific problem.
Cool.
So, and that includes, they might cast a spell for you, they might shelter you when you need it, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Even if it means sheltering you from legal trouble. Or maybe they'll provide a lawyer if you need one. That kind of thing.
If you get caught.
Right. That kind of thing. So,
yeah.
But that said, roll a d20.
Okay. Oh boy.
Roll a d6.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Scream silently.
One of the, on the fourth day of your service to the church, what was his name again? I haven't memorized your new NPC here.
Maurice
pulls you aside.
Okay.
Into a private alcove, and he looks a little worried, a little nervous, a little furtive.
Okay.
I gotta pull my notes up on this one moment. Wasn't ready to pull this one out yet, but we're gonna do it.
Oh.
We'll do it live.
Pretty much. Oh no, that's right. It's where'd I put it? I'm normally better organized than this. I'm sorry.
Dude, my notes, like that meme that's going around about, like, has to check notes for D&D, and it just is a post-it note that says sexy goblin, that's me DMing.
Yes, but I'm normally better organized than this.
Yeah, this is more like me.
Wait, is it in this? Might be in this. Oh yeah, okay. Maurice pulls you aside and...
Yeah.
There's a man whom I periodically have tailored suits for. He's a heavy-set individual who goes by the name of Laertes. Laertes de Calais.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm pulling up a Google Doc so I can write this.
Never seen a nobleman so fat. Anyways, he'll be picking up a new hat for me tomorrow evening.
Alright.
On his way home, I'd like it if you could be there.
An escort?
He's got a handkerchief in his pocket.
She grins.
I'd like you to acquire that handkerchief.
Alright.
And see,
Anything else?
see that it gets to a little girl down in the docks. She lives in a box. Little tiefling girl named Ira. You can do that, right?
Of course. Ira, you said, correct?
Correct.
Alright, handkerchief, give it to Ira. Obviously, don't be seen doing it.
No, although Ira can see you, that'd be fine.
Can you repeat that? I didn't hear it.
Ira can see you. That'd be fine.
Alright,
But not de Calais.
understood.
Excellent.
And when did he say that he needed that done?
Tomorrow night.
Okay.
He's got a shop in the merchant quarter where he works as a tailor and a haberdasher.
Heck yeah.
And, yeah, he'd like you to come and take care of matters.
Yes. So she will do that the next night.
Are you going to do that alone, or are you going to take anybody with you?
She might ask Sibylla. If she can find her.
Yeah. I mean, Sibylla's probably just at home being in a bottle of whiskey, so yeah.
Just raps on the door and just, hey, Sibylla,
Mm,
you wanna help me or something? Or are you busy?
I mean, depending on how you define busy, no. What's that?
I need to acquire something off a person. Friend of Maurice. I need to give it to someone else. Just need a little bit of help with running distractions so I can acquire this.
Sure. Sure.
Pickpocketing is a little bit easier when you've got two people running distraction rather than, or another person running distraction rather than just.
Yeah, what'd you have in mind? What's the job?
I need to get a handkerchief.
A handkerchief?
Yes. I don't ask too many questions when it comes to Maurice. He has his reasons for things.
A handkerchief, okay.
And I need to give it to someone.
That's weird shit, man.
I know.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Ideally, we're not seen, but better to have two people in case something goes awry. He is a nobleman after all.
Super. How do you want to run this?
Mostly I was thinking of very run-of-the-mill, knock a cart over down the lane, have him pay attention to that, I slip into the pocket and take the handkerchief. Something very momentary distraction where neither of us are necessarily seen.
Yeah, I mean, that works.
It'll be tomorrow night.
I will definitely be sober by then.
Wonderful. Oh, and I made about 14 gold last week. It's not much, but I can throw it towards all this.
Hey, well done, nice.
I'll let you know when the time is ready for that sort of thing. Can you meet me at this haberdasher's place? And she probably gives the address.
Yeah, I'm all yours.
Wonderful. And she's probably gonna go to bed.
All right.
And then wait for the next day.
Who's next on the weekly downtime fun?
Hey.
What are you up to, Eric? You doing more teaching?
Yep.
All right, that's another working job, so another history check. Yeah, 18. So you earn another 14 silver for that.
14 gold?
Sorry, 14. Yeah, gold.
14 silver.
You earn 14 gold. You pay 14 silver, or what? No, I guess you pay not. You pay 7 gold. Yeah, because you're getting comfortable at half. I remember what I said earlier. Honest. I just have to work back through it all. Cool. Yeah, so that works out well. And the kids are, 14, 15-year-olds, all eager to learn how to fight and also terrified of you because you're a big, scary knuckliner. But they...
Doing one-handed push-ups and arm.
Yeah, they're not... like, one of them tries. The rest of them are too intimidated.
At 55.
Mm-hmm. In fact, roll me a d20.
Oh lord, never hit up.
Oh yeah, because it brings back the whole the template. Cool. The kids, in fact, are getting into it so much that they're trying to encourage one of their regular instructors to like, arm wrestle you.
Oh no.
Maybe later, though. Maybe later, he says. Not now. He looks a little intimidated as well.
Subutai looks at him like this. There we go. Continue.
Anyways, I believe that leaves Ali and Zoto. Let's get Zoto first.
I'm probably just gonna do more of the what's it called, apothecary stuff.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for it.
Wisdom again.
Yeah. You do fine. You earn more this week. You actually do a good enough job that you help them to turn a profit. They'll pay you 14 gold. Basically, they'll cover your cost of living for the week.
Okay. Wait. My cost of living's 2 gold
Per
I
day.
get paid per day. You had me so confused that I was like, wait.
It's 2 gold per day. 7 days a week. That's 14 gold. You get paid 14 gold. That covers your cost of living.
Okay.
I know, math. It's hard.
Especially when you were in 7 gold.
And Sibylla, what's your week look like?
I'm going to do more investigation.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you do well for yourself as well. 14 gold earned, less whatever your cost of living is.
Okay, cool.
Not as good as you did last week, but you make some progress. And by progress, I mean you managed to rule out at least one dead end.
I mean, it's a tricky job. It's going to be weeks like that.
Weeks and weeks.
Many, 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 many weeks like that.
Complications. Let's get a d20 out of both you and Zoto. No complications at all. You guys are doing just fine. I think that's everybody for week 2. Rob, you have your magic item.
Woohoo!
Kyodom's ointment. Very cool item. Before you guys get called, or rather, before you guys go to do the thieving, are all of you periodically heading by the tavern and looking in on it and seeing how the construction is going?
Yes, for sure.
I'm across
like
the street.
once every 3 days.
What was that?
Which part? What was which part?
How often are you looking at the tavern?
Yeah.
Oh, for all of
I
us?
had a
Yeah.
question.
Owen's probably living there full time.
Oh, are you living there now?
Yeah, it's better than her place.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why she's in poor
Yeah, I'm
condition
living-
versus squalid.
Yeah, Adol's been staying the nights at the inn because of the fact that apothecary's right across.
Is Adal working or training?
He's
Slumming.
working.
Oh,
It just happens to also be training.
weird.
He's working as an
Convenient.
apprentice.
It's like a work study.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Benoit's staying at the temple, but checking in on the inn because he can't work while they're rebuilding it.
All right. That's fine. So you guys on like the 6th or 7th day of this week, before Ilowin and Sevilla go to steal from the Carlet, as you guys are all in there, there's construction all around. Everybody's doing their work, etc. You guys all find yourself in the tap room at some time. Just happens that you're all together.
Convenient.
Yeah, convenient because I said so. Because DM Fiat.
Hell yeah.
And as you guys are there, the door opens and Robert walks in.
Oh.
Well, it seems you have all done some work on the place.
It's getting there.
Well, it's not quite as dingy as it once was, anyways. There's a ways to go, though.
It's considerably less haunted, though.
Haunted?
Oh yes, one of the previous owners was still in residence.
Fascinating. I might buy that story from you at some point. Well, how are you all? How have you been?
Well, the worst thing that's happened to me in the last couple weeks was falling through the floor, so not bad.
Oof.
I almost got eaten by rats.
Oof. Sounds horrible.
Yeah,
It
don't
was
recommend
very
it.
haunted. It was very haunted.
I see. Well, I'm afraid I haven't come simply to catch up with you all. There's a matter I must ask your help with.
Someone else has been kidnapped, perhaps?
Oh, no, nothing quite so glamorous as kidnapping. How many of you are aware of an organization known as the Crown Irregulars?
Would I know this? I don't think so.
Would we know this?
I'm pretty sure it come up on one of my int rolls previous.
If you don't know it yourself, O Seely, I will allow a history check.
Is I believe that Benoit found in a previous check Robert belonged to them.
I don't know anything.
Same.
Ironic
Oh,
that
and
the
so we're just
nobles
like,
are the
what?
ones who know things at all here.
This is the point when Subutai actually walks into the building. Oh,
What?
Just oh,
Is something the matter, my friend?
no. I was not expecting you to be here.
Uh,
Also, why are you here?
well, I was inquiring as to the availability of your group.
Why?
Zodo, out of character, you have heard of them, mostly in, like, noble circle whispering. They're, like, some people think they're, like, the king's secret assassins. Other people think that they're just a bunch of people who are trumped-up adventurers who have decided to call themselves the Crown Irregulars. They do seem to have, if they exist, some connection to either the nobility or the king, but not, it's not defined, and it seems to be more rumor than reality. And he just kind of looks up at Subutai and goes, well, because I need help.
And how could we help the Crown Irregulars?
Well, this is an unfortunate task, but there's, I'm not sure if you're aware, a bit of a gang war going on in the city.
We noticed.
The Dung Sweepers Guild is a bit worried they're going to get caught in the crossfire, and we've somewhat promised them protection, but there's been a sudden gap in our scheduling. We'd like you to fill it.
are we getting paid this time?
Well,
We only need one home. No more deeds.
Although I do like this one.
I am certain I can divert some funds your way. I don't know how much, and I would hate to make another promise to you that I cannot keep. But I will assure you that some money will be sent your way for the work.
That's all I need.
Favors are also useful.
Now, favors I can promise you.
Do you know anyone who needs ointment?
Ointment?
I'm gonna
What
get
sort
out
of
the
ointment?
jar of the Kugman's ointment that I crafted this.
Oh,
I was looking for a buyer.
I see. And he'll take it from you, unscrew the lid, sniff it. Oh! 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 Immediately screws it back on. That smells foul.
That would probably be the Otiag brain.
I'm not going to ask. What does it do?
It heals. Knits flesh back together.
You made that?
I did.
Interesting.
Isabella looks impressed.
Right. A buyer for Kyotum's ointment. I suppose I can ask around. I know quite a few individuals who might find something like that useful. Price?
Uh, 300 gold.
Steep. Is it reusable or one-time sort of thing?
Checking the frickin' 5th
DMG.
edition rules on this. Can be used
This is when
several
you roll.
times.
This is when you roll deception and say you can use it an infinite number of times.
I don't want to fool our good friend, plus I have a horrible deception.
You should actually roll the 1d4 plus 1 now.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Ugh. Watch be like 1.
Can't be 1. It's 2 at minimum.
5 times.
5 times.
Can be used 5 times.
I see.
Significant wound.
Well,
Can be either swallowed or applied to the skin, though given the smell, I wouldn't consider swallowing it.
no. Although, well, so you're offering that in exchange for your
cures
services?
Any poison or disease.
Sorry, you're suggesting then that I find you a buyer in exchange for your services this week?
Oh
That
no,
would
I'm not.
certainly cover my services.
Ah. I see. So a buyer for you and gold for the rest. That
Yes.
seems not unreasonable. I think I can help with that. It'll be a full week of work. A few hours every evening. You all okay with this?
I've got time.
Seems
I only have
reasonable.
to do something this evening. That's it.
Ah, this evening.
Just gotta let my employer know.
Well, this evening I can probably handle this evening.
Good. That works for me then.
Your employer, my lord?
Yes, I currently am in an apprenticeship with the apothecary across the street.
Benoit will give him such a look.
Yeah, right. Robert also gives you a look and then is just like, I'm not sure what that has to do with this or why you would need to inform them. I would actually prefer you don't.
And Benoit would probably exchange looks with Robert.
Right? Like both of them, like,
What
is
is he
he
did?
is he crazy? What?
Is he
Work?
serious?
Is he what? I don't see why he needs to know this.
It sounds like it would be after hours work, a dog.
Evening, post dinner, around the 14th bell. 2 or 3 hours a night.
If that's the case, then I won't.
Wonderful. I'll see what I can get for you. If you would meet a man named Morton Till, he and several of his companions will look to find you by the Light Guard station here in the Arts District. Tomorrow evening, 14th bell?
Sounds good.
Wonderful. I'll let them know you're coming, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that you are well compensated for this. You have my assurance. Thank you so much. You have no idea this is such a help. I don't know if you've heard. The king has taken ill.
Yes.
Yes. He's been abed for 4 days now.
Oh my.
Yes.
Interesting indeed.
Subutai mutters, poison.
Robert just like stares at you like, what? Anyhow, I really must be on my way. I've got last minute preparations to do. My play opens in 3 weeks. New play.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Perhaps you should ask
Congratulations.
at the castle for the ointment.
I might. I'll find you a buyer, though. I will. Have a wonderful day. Evening, I suppose. And he just kind of looks up at the tavern, which is still... I mean, you're only 2 weeks into an 8-week project. It's not very far along. Good luck with all this.
One ghost down.
Certainly a lot easier without the ghost.
He turns and heads on his way.
Elowen leans over to Subutai, and she just mutters, "Orphan."
I do not think orphans are
There are not
responsible
orphans
for...
in the king's castle. There are only bastards and sires. In this
Same
case,
thing.
I suspect poison.
I was making a joke, my friend.
Oh, I am sorry. I do not get all of the details of the language.
She just kind of nods.
Elowen and Sibylla
Hey.
that evening.
I have a question, Jessa.
Yeah.
At any point, would Illuin have mentioned the name of their target?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Probably on the
Okay.
way there.
Would I know this guy's first name? Like, do I know specifically who this is?
Did Jessica
I know the
his
family.
first name written down? Does she remember it?
I didn't have time to actually write it down. I was like, I don't know how to spell this. It's a bunch of gibberish on my page.
What did you write down? For the name, I mean.
I realized my thumb wasn't on my thing. My brain decided the name was Bukale for some reason. I'm not kidding. That's what I wrote.
So that's close to the last name, which is Ducaille.
Yeah, Bukale.
Which is Caillet. And of course the Du is Du, just like all of our other nobles here.
Can you spell the last name again?
D-E. It's Caillet, Caillet.
Okay, got it.
And the first name was Laertes, Laertes. Sibylla.
Not Bukale.
No.
No.
Sibylla, you've done a lot of research into this family at this point.
Uh-huh.
That is the brother of the lord and lady who hired you. It is the lord's brother.
Okay.
He is married to a woman named Elise.
Okay. Okay. So, on the way there, as soon as Illuin mentions this name, Sibylla just stops dead in her tracks. Like, just immediately halts. And says, "You're shitting me."
No, is it a problem?
That's the family I'm working for.
Oh, the one with the
That's
missing
the one with
child.
yes, that one.
Well, I won't ask you to come along if you think that would risk that. I can try and manage on my own.
I just can't be seen.
I mean, we're not supposed to be seen in the first place.
If we roll with the original plan, I think this can be okay. As long as I'm nowhere near the guy, I think we can. I think we can pull this off.
You can also
I
say,
really wish.
if you get caught, that I put you up to it. I don't mind you
I'm
making
not.
me out to be the bad guy.
I'm not doing that to you.
If you want to.
No, I'll just stay way the hell down the street. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can do this. But I cannot be seen with this.
I understand.
And you need to not be seen. You do not want these guys after you.
She just kind of nods and she says, "It can't be worse than back home, but I shall try my best."
Yeah, just light fingers, yeah?
Oh yeah, very light fingers. If you hear me muttering on the way there, please ignore me.
Fair enough.
And that muttering is her gonna be praying the shit out of Diggory, like, please, please, we cannot get caught. A lot of fervent prayer about, please guide my fingers so that I'm able to take this handkerchief without alerting the nobleman. Please guide Sibylla's way so that she is not seen. Let the shadows conceal us. Stuff.
So you're praying to Tagare?
Yeah, fervently.
What do you actually say in your prayer?
Similar to what I said, she's muttering, Tagare, I pray to you to guide my fingers. Let them be swift. Let them be nimble. Let them be light, so that I may take this handkerchief from this target. Please guide Sibylla's way so that she is not seen. Let the shadows conceal her. Let us both not be seen, and let us be of the utmost clandestine. I pray this. Oh God, really?
You
Am I still coming through?
Yep, I got all of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Discord's frozen for me. Like I'm not pressing anything, and I'm coming through.
Yeah, and your mic's still open. That's cool.
I can't fix it. Like I can't touch anything in Discord right now.
Just restart it.
Yeah. Let me force restart.
Do travelers' clothes have hoods?
Probably.
Sweet.
Boots, wool skirt or breeches, a sturdy belt, a shirt, and an ample cloak with a hood.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
I'm like legit, like out of character, very nervous about this, just for the record.
I'm sure it's fine. So Jessa, welcome back. As you finish your prayer, you feel a little chill run down your spine.
Oh.
You're not sure if that's a good sensation or a bad sensation.
I don't know.
It's that, like, it's almost a pleasurable chill, but also there's that just little bit of discomfort of where did that come from?
Gotcha.
That kind of thing.
Just shakes her shoulders a little bit, like, oh man.
Yeah. And then you guys continue on to the haberdashery?
Yep.
Yeah, and so where do you guys are you gonna go in? Are you gonna wait outside? How are you gonna approach this?
Definitely not going to be seen inside at all. Not a good idea.
Okay.
Just don't even want our faces to be out there. So she's probably going to hang out outside the shop, probably direct Sibylla a little bit further down the street. Are there any other stores on this street?
There's tons. This is Merchant Quarter. Almost every single shop or almost every single building is a shop.
Yeah, she's probably gonna send her down. If there's any outside stands with like carts or anything that can be turned over, stuff that could easily be knocked over to cause a distraction towards that kind of section.
Sorry, I keep calling this Merchant Quarter. Central District is the actual name.
Gotcha, Central District. She'll probably direct her down there where there's anywhere that there's a lot of cover. There's like a lot of shadow in the night. Like anything that's got a lot of overhangs.
And what's the objective here? What are you guys going to do to affect this distraction, etc.?
I believe the plan is knock something over farther down the alley, get his attention away from whatever pocket he's got that handkerchief in.
Okay.
So Eloy can just grab it.
Okay.
And then walk the other direction inconspicuously.
All right, let's get one of you to make an investigation check to see what you can find.
My investigation. I don't have a modifier investigation. Do you have one?
Oh yeah.
Let's go with that one then.
Oh yeah, Sibylla, you have no trouble. There's like I said, this is the Merchant Quarter. It's Central District, but it's where all the major shops are in town. It's the perfect distance from warehouse, from docks. It's pretty much central to the entire town. Everything comes here, and this is just where the market is. It's also where the big temples of Thea is. Everything in this district is geared towards mercantilism if it's not geared towards Thea. What you do see not too far down the road is a cabbage merchant.
Yes.
My cabbages.
Yes.
And you're pretty sure the way, so it's a cart.
My cabbages.
It's a cart, and it's got just little propped up, you know how you can you kick out some wood and it turns into a four-legged thing for a little while, and you could kick that down and knock it over. That kind of thing.
Yeah, like a gate leg.
Yeah, exactly. Does that work for you?
Yup.
Okay. So you go and you just kind of hang out, maybe surveying some cabbages, considering buying them, kind of ruse for a little bit. Meanwhile, Ilwyn.
Yes.
I'm going to need a perception check out of you.
Okay.
You have no trouble spotting a man dressed in all white, and I do mean all white. It is the most ridiculously white suit you have ever seen, exiting the haberdashery with a matching hat that is wide-brimmed and tall, and there's just this gigantic, 6 different colored feather sticking out of it. It is the most garish costume you have seen on the fattest man you have ever seen. How he manages to stay up without a cane on his own is questionable. And he heads out and starts making his way down the street. And of course, everybody moves out of his way. They kind of have to.
Man.
He takes up half the street. But everybody's moving out of his way. Some people are bowing to him, calling him Lord Kailet. And he just continues on his way. What do you want to do?
How many people are on the street right now?
Not a million, but, there's people here. It's not crowded, but it's, there's definitely people present.
Okay. She's probably just gonna start following him,
Make a stealth
gradually
check.
getting close.
Yeah, as far as you know, you've blended in with the crowd. Nobody seems to have noticed you in particular. I mean, people see you. You're not, invisible, but they also take no notice of you. You're just another person in the crowd following him.
Can I see Sibylla up ahead?
Yes. You two have probably been keeping an eye on each other, making sure you're in communication.
And I do, for the record, have on my dark traveler's clothes and my hood up.
Mhm.
So my ears are The ears are all covered.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and probably once she starts closing distance, and hopefully once they get to a point where there's a little bit less people.
That's not
or
going
at
to
least-
happen.
Okay, it's not gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah.
She's probably just going to give Sibylla a little head jerk of a nod, like, go ahead. As she gets basically right next to this guy, wait for the cart to fall over, and then yoink into his pocket.
All right, Sibylla.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
When I see the nod, I've been like deeply interested in this cabbage. Like, man, these cabbages are just so fascinating. And I drop one. Such butterfingers. And when I kneel to pick it up, I am going to try and knock that gate out as I'm like kneeling down to pick up the cabbage.
Sure. So knocking the gate out's the easy part. The perform check, on the other hand.
Oh no, I didn't count on that.
If you could.
I mean, hey, if he's distracted by that.
That's a decent roll. So
I'm bad at charisma, so yeah.
So you do. You drop the cabbage and kneel down to pick it up, like, oh no, dearie me, what have I done? And kick out the leg, and instantly the cart just boom slams to the ground. Cabbages start rolling everywhere. Of course, there's a familiar cry of "My cabbages!"
Good man.
As the merchant starts rushing to try and collect them and ensure their safety. Ilwyn, you're not going to find a better opportunity. You can roll sleight of hand with advantage.
Hell yeah. Oh, I have inspiration.
Might be useful if you need it here. A 21. You can use your inspiration or stay with
it. Just to be extra careful, she's going to use her inspiration.
Okay. Are you what one roll are you re-rolling? The 6, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so a 12 and a 21. So 21 is still your best offer here. You slip your hand into his pocket and realize that it's empty. So you hastily move to the other side and slip your hand in the other pocket and come out with a pure white handkerchief emblazoned with golden letters LDC.
And as soon as that thing is out of his pocket, she tucks it like up her sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of like puts her hand in her pocket so she can like press it up against her sleeve so it doesn't fall out.
Sure.
And she stops to look at the cabbages to seem like she's interested in them, and just continues walking.
Okay. Laertes, for his part, is stopped by the cabbages and everything, and he's like, "What is this mess? Get it out of the way! Clear it out!" And of course the cabbage vendor is like, "I'm working on it, sir, my lord. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This woman here
Cabbages.
seems to have...
I'm so sorry.
Help me clean it up!" Laertes is just like, "Oh, I don't have time for this." And he turns and goes down an alley, heading around the other way.
Yeah, when I check back behind to see if he's turned off, and when he's turned off, she turns back around to go investigate cabbages.
Yeah, are you Ilwyn helping?
Yeah, she's gonna turn around and be like, I'll help.
Sorry, I meant Spilla.
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely, profuse apologies.
Okay.
Helping with the packages.
How concerned are you about keeping that hood up with Laertes gone?
I'm still gonna keep it up.
Okay. Make a disguise check for me.
Oh. Where is that?
It is not a skill.
It is not a skill.
Not a thing.
Sorry. And you're not using a disguise kit here, so sorry. Make a straight charisma
No.
check for me.
Oh,
Oof.
dear. Oh, shit. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible charisma.
It's just fine.
Not bad.
He
I mean, my charisma's 13. It's not awful.
It takes you guys, a couple of minutes to get all the cabbages back in, and he's just staring at them woefully, like they're all so dirty. I'm gonna have to clean them all.
No.
But you do help him, and he's just like, I should charge you for this, but I won't. This time I know it was just an accident. I know. I understand. It's... Oh, my cabbages.
I do hand him a gold piece, though, because I feel bad.
That, his jaw just drops. Thank you. And he's looking a little closer at you now, and he kind of leans forward.
Suspicious.
Listen,
Are you an elf?
No. I had a lucky hand at cards last night. It was my fault. It's going to take you hours to clean these up. It was my good luck to get the coin.
Are
it's
you
your bad luck.
sure you're not an elf?
I am sure I'm not an elf.
Oh. Well, good, I guess. I don't know if you've heard this. Elves are being mistreated lately.
Really? I hadn't heard that.
Yes, well, you didn't hear it from me.
Didn't hear anything.
Somewhat out of fashion at the moment. I wouldn't want to be one at the moment.
Wow, what a misfortune for anyone who is one.
Indeed. One of them was murdered just last night.
Probably by
Where?
this time Elwyn has walked up to the cabbages.
Near the docks. And the light guard is clueless as usual.
Any rumors about why or who?
He just kind of shrugs. I want
Thank
to
you.
keep
for the-
those particularly well covered, lest somebody mistake you for one.
I slip him another gold piece. I appreciate that.
Now his eyes are
so-
just like big as saucers. Like he's just seeing gold pieces now, and he's just like staring at you like, are you a noble? He doesn't ask that, but that's just the stare he's giving you.
Thank you for the information. It's much appreciated.
Oh, it's no trouble at all for a friend. Here, have a cabbage, and he just shoves one into your hand.
You have a cabin.
Thanks. Thank you. I added one cabbage to my sheet.
Also, out of curiosity, is the docks the same way that the guy was going, or the opposite direction?
Opposite direction.
Okay, so she's just like, oh shit, I'm going the wrong way, and turns around.
Okay.
Yeah,
She kinda-
and Sibylla just sort of gives a bit of a ridiculous bow, like she's just screwing around at that point, and for show more than anything, and then slips off after Elowen.
Yeah. It's about 3 minutes later that you hear the stomping of feet. Metal-clad feet.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck.
And a group of light guard just passes you by. They don't seem to take any notice of you.
Which direction are they going?
The way you came. Back towards that... towards the central district, towards the haberdashers.
She doesn't make eye contact with the guards.
Yeah, I just keep moving.
Okay.
Yeah. She doesn't really acknowledge them. She's got somewhere to be.
Sure.
Yep.
You guys make your way down to the docks. What are you looking for at the docks?
Girl in a box. More specifically, a box
Mm-hmm.
and horns.
I mean,
What are you
there's
looking for at the docks? A girl in a box? Really?
Dr. Seuss couldn't have written that, okay?
there's a lot of boxes. It's pretty prolific port.
Hmm.
I'll need a investigation check.
Can I help?
The bill.
You could lead the investigation if you
I
want.
can lead the
She
investigation.
probably told. At this point, she's probably like, "So we're looking for a tiefling named Ira in the box." That's all I got from her.
Yeah, okay. So, you guys spend the better part of 30 minutes making your way up and down the docks. This time of night, they're pretty empty. You know, most of the sailors have turned in for the taverns. There's a couple people here and there doing last minute stuff. You do find an odd collection of boxes that look like they're not going to be holding cargo anytime soon. It's more like just a dumping ground for old crates. And you hear a little girl singing a nursery rhyme as you're approaching.
Okay. As she hears us, she's gonna quietly say, "Ira."
Oh, did you come to play with me?
Did I also brought you something?
And she kind of pokes her head out, and it is a little tiefling girl. She has, like, green-blue skin, short, cute little horns that come to very sharp points, very pronounced eyebrows, a tail, a long, sinuous tail that ends in a spade. She's dressed
Billa looks delighted.
in like little tattered clothes, teeny tiny little girl. She can't be more than 8 or 9.
Gotcha. She crouches down by the boxes and she's gonna pull out the handkerchief.
Can we play a game? Oh,
Of course.
oh, you're here with that.
I am. But if you would like to play a game, I'm not gonna say no.
What game should we play?
What's your favorite one?
Chase the rat.
Okay. I'm down for that.
And she just immediately taps you on the arm. You're the rat.
He starts running. Ellen will run after her, but not actively trying to catch her, like pretending to stumble, like how you do with the kid, where you're like leading them on for a little bit, and then you catch up to them, and then you pull back.
Yeah.
And then she eventually gets her.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
So you spend 10, 15 minutes chasing this little girl around the docks, letting her chase you around the docks. Sibylla, you playing too?
Absolutely, but with my hood very firmly up.
Yeah, of course. Make a performance check and a charisma check.
Oh,
Oof.
no.
So you guys play for, like I said, 10, 15 minutes. Sibylla, your hood at some point just falls off, and you quickly fix it, put it back on. Eventually, panting and tired, grinning from ear to hooked ear, the little girl just stops by her crates and is like, "That was fun. You're really good at this."
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm very glad.
Um,
We are, oh, yes, about the handkerchief.
Right. Let me see it.
Yes. She hands it over.
And she'll take it and look it over, and she finds the LDC marker on it. And everything changes. She goes from this tired and adorable little girl to bearing a wicked, gleaming grin.
Oh.
Mr. Laertes lost his handkerchief.
Do you know him?
Not yet. And then there is just a burst of flame, and she's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's that, I suppose.
Uh-oh, we lost Zoto.
Ripsodo.
Does anyone seem to be paying attention to us right now?
Make a perception check.
I don't notice anything.
No, seems normal. We're going to end here for the night.
Oh, man.
Oh no! I'm very nervous.
Same.
I think we just killed somebody.
Evelyn's like, I don't give a shit. I don't like nobles.
All of you gain 100 XP.
Sweet.
Hi, Zoe.
There he is.
Oh,
Hi.
I
Welcome
didn't
back.
hear my. I was like, man, everyone's been quiet for a while.
That should have been your first clue.
And I and then I look up, my Discord acting up. I didn't get any notification sound or anything that it threw me into AFK.
Well, lucky for you, this is recorded, and you can go listen to it on YouTube later and hear what you missed, because it was interesting, I think. That's it. We are going to end here for the night. Everybody gains 100 XP, as I said. And we'll
so close.
pick up in in a week with continuing Chapter 2. We will probably go another 2 weeks worth, maybe 3 weeks worth of downtime. This is kind of how this chapter is going to go, though, guys, where I'm going to give you really small little side stories like this. I hope those are fun for you. Also, plenty of opportunity for you guys to do your own thing. So if there's something you want to do, just let me know, preferably in advance, so I can plan for it.
Gotcha.
It might have been foolish
Okay,
of me to
so
try to
wait
get
till day of and visit Uncle.
Robert to sell my ointment, but at least I don't have to interrupt Zoto for a week.
Yeah, so just so you know. Oh, and that's right. We will be doing the Dung Sweeper quest next week as well. Just so you know, Rob, that you just earned a week. He's going to do the sale for you.
Right, that's what I mean. It takes a week out of Zoto's. I don't have to borrow a week from him to sell stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
well, and it's a persuasion check, right?
Yeah, I think so. Charisma.
I mean, you just asked a bard to do a charisma check. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to work in your favor, almost assuredly.
I figured it did. I also figured I won't get the money back until a couple weeks, maybe.
Yeah, it might take him some time. But honestly, I think that's a great trade for you. I think it's going to work out in your favor.
Is.
You are almost assuredly going to get the 21 plus off of him.
Magic item.
Yeah, that's the downside. We'll see what happens there. We do
In the
have
meantime,
next
cards.
week. Yeah, and we do have next week's worth of the Dung Sweeper Guild stuff, so we'll take care of that next session. We will also possibly dig a little more into some of the other stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I know it's a little different from a typical D&D campaign run this way, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, I
right
love
now,
it.
Benoit is broke. So next week he's going to be gambling on the party funds to get money back.
hope that works.
Because he's had to dip into the party funds a bit for this magic item.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
How much do we owe so far?
2 weeks worth of do you mean on the house?
Correct.
Oh, Rob's got the number. I think it's 100.
180.
Yeah, 180
Is what's
gold
remaining.
is the remainder, and that's paid upon completion.
Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say
We
we have
have-
like 10 weeks.
71 gold and change in party funds right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Evelyn
so-
by herself is 33.
Yeah, and I have.
I have 122.
Jesus
We have
fucking.
8 weeks left, we're pretty set.
Yeah,
Assuming
we can pay
nothing
for
horrible
it
happens.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we're good.
Like I said, if I get that magic item money back, that'll be a nice little investment towards it. Cost 100 gold to make. Could possibly sell up to 300.
So now we just need to get me plate.
Yeah.
That's how that works, right? Build a building, buy plate map.
Yeah,
I mean,
correct. Yes,
sounds
that's
legit.
what everyone does after they buy a house.
You got to be able to defend it.
The funny thing. No, I won't say that. I was very interested in your caper tonight. That was fun.
I'm very anxious about it.
Same. I'm just like, oh no, did we get spotted when she burst up into flame? Or just do people be like, oh yeah, they're playing tag?
I'll say it for you, Rob. There might have been a reason you could have convinced Benoit to help you, and I'm not telling you what it is.
Oh.
Yeah, that thing I
Oh.
said last week about how there are certain laws he's willing to overlook for specific reasons totally could have applied here.
Oh man.
Oh, Elowen's very angry at him right now, though. She's like, I don't like that guy.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just letting you know that this is one of those interesting situations where Benoit might have been willing to bend the law.
That is interesting.
It's because he was fat. Benoit doesn't like fat people.
I mean,
Yes, it's that
that's
reason
probably
entirely.
it. All right, I'm going to end the stream here. We can keep chatting all day long, but I'm going to end the stream here. So